重たいんだけど。そんなわけでテイク2。その名の通り山に登る。ウォーキングシミュレーターだよ。アンリールエンジン4で挑戦。とても素敵な世界です。やたら重たいのが気になりますが、それ以外はおおむね素敵です。こちらも1000円以下の商品なので、
These woods are an
この
example
風
of
景が
what
気
can
に
be
入った人は、
accomplished without man's interference. This
ぜひ
forest,
購入してあ
away
げて。
from any town or communal society, is as untouched by man as any mass of green can be. It would be easy to mistake an
ナレー
area
ションも
like
随
this
分
as a
聞きや
place
す
of
いよ。
solitude and silence. That is not the truth. Here, there is no substantial evidence of civilization, but that does not mean it is without life.
前回のドリブル、パスは
Wind and water fill the amphitheater with motion and meaning.
オープンワー
Endless
ルド内
chatter
を
of
自由に
woodland
遊べたけれど
beings
も、
permeates within this arborous cathedral. These are
こ
not
のゲ
idle
ームは
conversations.
本当にルートが厳
It is
格
an
に
opera, a symphony,
決められ
a
ていて、
concerto of unification, perfectly
道は
executed
外れ
by
ることは
design.
許されないよ。
There is no explanation for how these beings coexist.
ほら、
There's no
これ以
reason
上
to know
進めな
why.
い。
Within these trees, among these streams, life
けれ
is
ども、美しさはさらに綺麗。
good enough.
クオリティで言うと最高峰ですね。こんな感じの TPS があったらさぞ楽しいでしょう。
Nature is not entirely benevolent, and yet this does not take away from its beauty. Animals are hunted and eaten
臨場
alive,
感がとて
with
もあ
no
ります
knowing
ね。
of anything outside of this forsaken wood. Human life
光の表現
is
は
very much
ちょっ
the
と大
same.
げさな感じですが、
Every day is lived knowing that any moment could be your last.
難しい木の表面以外
It is
は
assumed that now is not that moment.
とても
Today
高い
is
クオ
not
リティ
that
です。
day. There is a desire to strive for significance.
鳥も飛んでるよ。
Every day ends just the same.
川
These
も
vicious
流れている。
beings live doing what they
変
must
や。
do to survive, even if it means the end of another creature's life.
ここを通るのは
Does
ちょっ
this
と怖
make
い。
them any different than the small rodent burrowing its home within the confines of a tree to seek shelter from the outside world?
眩しい
Even
ばかりの
something
世
as
界。
beautiful as a flower can be subjected to draining the
そんな
essence
中を
of other
散歩できる
greenery.
なんて最高。
Stand a little bit taller and glow a little bit brighter. There is a cruelty in nature that brings about
押村区
destruction.
はこのゲームには
Yet
続編がないと
This
いうことです。
forest still stands. Life carries on,
葉っ
even
ぱ、
if it's
葉
not
脈
the
ま
life
で
that
モデ
came
リング
before.
されているよ。そしてこの影。本当に木陰にいるような。木のせいだけどね。ま、確かに綺麗な表現なのですよ。
At the heart of the forest lies a massive, ever-reaching oak,
これ
as
走っ
large
て
as
る
a
んだけ
hill
ど、
upon a mountain, standing alone and
めっちゃ
apart
遅い
from the
ね。
rest of the forest, encircled by still water.
まあ
The
山の
trunk
中を
of the
走り回る
behemoth
なん
is
てゲー
impossibly
トは
thick, able to withstand the elements for the centuries it has
人
stood
間に
here.
は難しいから
The
仕方
stoic
ないね。
branches do not sway like the other trees within the wind. Night is everlasting beneath the countless
ほら綺麗で
branches.
しょ。
No light permeates the endless leaves. There is one thing that this beast of a
多分
structure
アセットやで。
exacts more than any other being on this planet. It endures. It endures the frost of the winter, the storms of the spring,
あれ登
the
れるのか。
scorch of the summer, and the collapse of autumn.
こっちじゃなかった。
It endures the loneliness from being different and unyielding. The tree grows taller and stronger with each year, but never closer to the others that surround it. The other trees live, and they will surely die. But this monolith remains to stand the test of time. Streams cut into the wooded area like capillaries, carrying the essence of life from the top of the hills to all the organs
こ
of
の
the
ゲームは
forest.
BGM が途
Streams
切れたりはあんま
swiftly
りしない。
scour the mountainside to ensure the continuation
しな
of
いと
this
は言って
Eden,
ない。
ceaselessly palpitating the blood of the earth. Unlike a
環
standard
境音が
circulatory
充実し
system,
ているから
the cycle of this network of vitality does not return to its source.
もし
It only
BGM が
travels
切れてしまって
downward
も
into the endless expanse of the sea, to
臨場
nevertheless
感はバッ
return
チリ
as
だよ。
droplets in the rain. Following the
そして
streams
なん
is
と
a
こ
sure
の
way
ゲ
to
ーム
reach the colossal peak, if one were not to
お家
worry
の
about
中
the
に入れます。
definitiveness of gravity. There is only one way to reach
さっ
that
きの
height
ゲーム
so
よりも進
directly,
化しています
and
ね。
it requires wings. Without a
窓の風景
transport of
なん
such
か見たり、
convenience, one must move onward into the dense arteries of the mountain,
その代わり
where
しゃ
the
がみま
sun
せん。
is no longer your companion, and the loneliness truly sets in. The dark takes over, and there is nowhere else but forward. There is no more going back.
生物はほとんどいません。さっきの川の下流ですね。こんな森ならいくら歩いていても飽きない。しかも暑くないし疲れない。運動不足のあなたにレフコのゲームを遊んでいただきたい。ステージ1クリア。これは腕輪ですか？なんとこのウォーキングシミュレーター。ストーリーが実装されています。これは新しいチャレンジですね。なんとストーリーがあるゲーム。そして選択肢によってストーリーが分岐するので、2回目のプレイにも楽しめる。素晴らしいですね。 今間違えた。大丈夫、ハッピーエンドしかないから。相変わらず、労働時間が長い。一体どうやったら、こんなところに来れたんだ。
Darkness overtakes those who enter this realm of wet and stone. Turning back leads to another kind of blindness that only incepts at the great divide of light and the abyss. It is better to become accustomed to the dark on our journey within. The only way to reach the highest peak is to descend into the deepest parts of ourselves, far within the mountain.The life of the outside world does not go where we must dread. There is no reason for creatures without a conscience to join in on this quest of introspection. Light is quickly fading, giving us a sign to carry on. For now, this is the only option, the only one there's ever been.
橋本つまずく。ここは武器ですか？鈍器。
This seemingly vacant corridor within the chasm consists of a series of interconnected
合流するけど。
tunnels, winding inward and outward. There is no telling where one path stops and another begins. But we must choose regardless. There is a strange familiarity about this darkness, as if you have been here once before.
神秘、綺麗だね。
But that is not the case.
神秘
You
的
have
ですね。
always been here. You have never left this darkness, not for many years. The abyss has become a companion and reminder of the warped life you lead.Not everything is the way it should be, but it still is
挿入
all
し
the
て切っ
same.
て上と下両方にできるもんだと思ってたけど。下だ
The
けの場合
silence
も
of
あ
the
るの
deep
ね。
has now been broken.
と
What
思っ
once
たら
was
上
a
も出て
faint
き
drip
た。
has now become a bellowing beat of a heart of stone, distilling the essence of life.Before sending it throughout the tumultuous
カメラ
cavern,
が曇ってるのは
the
ちょっと不
pounding
具合。
echoes within your mind, until there is nothing left
そ
but
の
the
演出はいら
sound
ない
and
よ。
the feeling of undeniable existence pushing forth.
滝があ
It
る。
has been ages since someone met with the
綺
pulse.
麗ですね。
The visions granted by this enchanting boulder bears witness to your own faults. These jaded memories are not left forgotten and are carved into the walls to stand
効
the
果
test
的な演
of
出
time.
ですね。そしてどんどん暗くなる。外が見えるよ。眩しすぎて見えないけど。ここはジャンプポイントですね。うまくいった。でどっちに行くの？これかな。やばいやばい。そんな大きな石は普通動かせない。
The darkness is shattered
9
at the realization that you are no longer alone. Nature's light sources fill the void like tiny bonfires,
何かおる。
providing warmth and safety from the dark.
これはキャラなの
Humming
か。
and buzzing, these light-filled guardians illuminate the darkness to reveal that there was another beside you all along. Every step closer brings you one pace further away from this cordial being. But who could it be? In this eternal landscape of dark, only shown through the kindness of the
素
torch-bound
敵ではないけ
insects,
ど、
with a shape so recognizable
現実
and
的
so
ではないけれ
familiar.
ど、
There is no mistaking the
ホタル。
importance of a being such as this. But you do
動
not
い
know,
てないけどね。
not now.
めちゃ綺麗だよ。よいしょ。階段は苦手なんですよ。多くの職場、金。フォークのウォーキングシミュレーターで、階段は
A
非常
stark
に困っ
beam
たポイ
sits
ント。
ever so strongly in the distance.
11
Could
ジャン
this
プす
be
ると、
the final terminal before taking off into the sun?
現
The
実的じゃ
ever-longing
ないし、
vent that exceeds this darkness, that brings
まっ
light
すぐ
into the
登れても、
memories so
それは
willing
そ
to
れで、
fade. No,
変な場
this
合
is
も
not
多
the
い。
end. Not here. There is still more
難
to
しいです
witness.
ね。
Fill your mind with luminosity. Steal your soul with what was taken by the abyss. Hold on to your dream and evoke the past. For remembering is all that is left for a
そろ
being
そろ
so
出口です
broken
ね。
and afraid of what has yet to come.
この思い出のお花が出てきたらクリア。写真を撮ってますね。お家の外の風景、もなか。なかなかよくできています。フォトフレーム。ストーリーの続きですね。誰か読んであげて。ロード時間が長いです。ゴジラ、グラフィックボードは3000番台ではありませんが、
Emerging from the depths of remembrance, a new serenity seeps forth into vision. Glistening
それ
in
で
the
これ
distance,
もこ
the
こまで重い
overbearing
のは
copper
許せない。
orb begins to set its wavering mind. We are closer now than ever
次
before
のステージ
to
は
the
夕焼けです。
persevering peak, a place
と
where
っ
we
て
too
も綺麗
will
ですね。
find our home to dream. A restful sleep is the ultimate reward for those embroidered in tumultuous turmoil. At least
道
for
が
this
わから
moment,
んよ。
there was nothing left but to close the lying eyes and open the wandering wisdom of uninterrupted thought. At this moment of utter twilight, the veil of truth and falsity relinquishes its nature of the opaque.
またこのパターンですか。OK、OK。せめて進む速度が2倍だったらな。もっと楽しめるのに。お使いの PC 派生上です。
In the not-so-distant geography, the source of the mountain streams fulfills a vast pool of hopes and dreams. Lotus petal along the outskirts of the seas, dancing and pooling all together, making their leave one after another in an endless cavalcade of organic staccato. Memories of the truth contort into beautification of reality. To many, what once was is not life's faithful occurrence, due to whatever conventions of one's conviction. These trusted falsifications establish a history, both honest and malign, but whichever of these creates the further benefit will stand the test of time. Can it be that actuality can be erased through the complexity of memory?
みんなもこんな感じのウォーキングシミュレーターを見つけたらうちに教えてください。買いに行きますから。これは何の鳥の声？山登りなんかしないからわからないわ。とっても綺麗。危なかった。で、これうち戻ってきてない。BGM が消えちゃったじゃないの。堪能してたらいつの間にか戻ってきちゃってたわ。どちらがルートですか？これは上ルートとしたルートがあるのか。風の音が消えね。道を見失いましたよ。早くしないと悲惨が沈んじゃう。まさか一本道のゲームで迷子になるとは。 風景ばかり見ているとダメですね。それでも見るけど。そうか、このゲーム。SSD じゃなくてハードディスクにインストールしてるんだ。プレイする方は SSD にインストールすることをお勧めします。なんでやねん。
A second sighting of the familiar phantom brings peace to my frantically fleeting soul. Drawing
BGM
water
が
from the
復活し
acquiring
た。
aquifer is none other than the rehabilitating
正し
reason
いル
for
ート
this
に戻って
vigorous
きたぞ。
century. Her beauty reflects perfectly in the hopeful spring. The lotus flowers tell tales of majesty all to her touch.
この辺りにはまるポイントがあった気がする。誰かおる。おっと、段差が乗り越えられない。
A somber sweetness embellishes the being known from time long since past. Petals may fall from the flowers they form, but their freedom fastens onto my fleeting and faltering feelings. A living touch only surpasses her loving look. Something more easily dreamt in a world no longer to be attained.
橋があったら当たる。渡る。
The sun has only begun
これ
its
は基本
arc
で
into
すね。
descendants. Before the night sets in, memories regain momentum, dreams and their happenings fade into existence. Love and loss are among the most famous feelings in the moments of increasing dusk. There is still a sweetness to be felt. Light
やはり
is still
ジャンプの
prevailing.
方が多少早い。
For now, only somber moments take the stage. There is no stopping the prominence of these emotions. In the same way, there is no impeding the beginning of a new day. But
しかし
in the
今タ
sunlight,
イムアタックを
however
している
faint,
わけではないのです。
there is still time to make a change. A difference to keep the night from overlapping the glory of the nearest star. Accept that the feelings of loss and loneliness exist to promote the endearing experience gathered from fate's finer finishes.
ここはジャンプで退ける。よし、
To lose
OK。
something is to lose a piece of oneself.
やった
No
ね。
matter the prominence, regardless of the moment, pieces of persona are left behind. And like the endearing oak, one must persevere the current that life forces us all into. The gifts given unto us are stolen without repair.
昔はよくこのゲームを
Gifts, and only alive for a fleeting time.
ファイナルフ
Like
ァンタジ
everything
ー
else in
14
this
ちゃん
world,
が
the endless river of time flows into the ocean
メ
of
ンテナンス
eternity.
の時に遊んでま
All
したね。
things are caught in the tide of time. And it makes no difference. We alone are mere droplets, countless fragments.
よいしょ。
Together, we circulate humanity's cycle of joy, pain, gain, and loss. What a journey this has been. to venture here to reach the highest peak at the end of the world. There is a softness to the ground here unfelt in neither the wood or the stone. The greenery that grows here is different near the lake. Everything upon this hill glows with such a sheen unseen by those unwilling or unable to take upon this quest of internal
風景が
ascension.
見えますね。
The fading light shimmers on the
湖がと
landscape
ても綺麗です。
as the sun glistens on the undersea wonders of this world,
さすがに水の表
wavering
現
in
は
and
難しいのか
out
な。
with the wind and the leaves. Breathing is heavy at
繰り
first,
返しになってる気がします
for the
ね。
night's ocean overtakes one's vision and envelops the sky with something new. The day will soon be refreshed, but there is still much more to do before the dawn of the final day.
これか。ストーリーもいよいよ佳境です。宇宙の中の思い出の品に触れることによって次のチャプターが解放されストーリーも読めます。本当が何気に可愛らしい。ナウ・ロードイングでございます。さてやってまいりました。夜のお山です。演出でスーパーマンみたいになってますけど、スーパームーン。
The finality of existence
綺麗です
is
ね。
among the highest truths reaching back to the conception of creation. Nothing lasts forever, regardless of the implications granted by the numerous promises made in one's lifetime. Love brings loneliness. Joy carries pain. Life leads to death.
元によるとは思えないぐら
The
い
dream
明
of
るい。
everlasting is futile. What is left behind will eventually be forgotten.
星が
There's
綺
no
麗。
avoiding these words. The clock's hands continue to strike each hour without failure. Its face unnerved, tirelessly turning the circumference of infinity. Every stroke signals the edge of one universe and the genesis of another. Will the gears that turn over time ever cease? What will happen then to this world? Will it stop, or shall it find continuation
綺麗
without
です
the
ね。
need of its keeper?
ちゃんと木の影ができている。危ない危ない。落っこちるとこでした。前を向いて進まないとね。よいしょ。
At this peak, above all created by man and its superior, feelings of forfeiture force deeper than any wounded heart can bear. It is here where the troubled soul will at last find peace from the bombardment of huddled empathy. There is nothing that can be said to ease the pain of brokenness. Two rings joined together to become eternity. And still, this is not enough. Total transcendence requires more than a promise, metal, and a seal. More than love, one must relinquish themselves completely and give only to the other. But any lack of strength will cause the union to shatter, regardless of sickness or health.
主人公の自分が自分語りもかなりクライマックスなのだと思いますが、よくわかんない。
Maybe I was wrong to believe that there was nothing else waiting on the other side of the veil. Perhaps my sight became riddled with self-doubt and the fear of beginning again. I could never forget. To forget her would be a crime with no just punishment, not even after death. Surely there is nothing more foul to have forsaken an ideal so pure. The hollowed words of matrimony do mention the inevitability of separation. But regardless of my words of the past, my speaking during this journey, I never gave up hope. The hope to see her again someday. As I traveled the vacant Gaia, I searched to hear her voice, seeking the answer to why. Why did we not deserve the jubilations we dreamed during our youth?
スクリーンショット。さて、ナレーションが終わってしまったぞ。めまいが終わって、さらに山を登るよ。めっちゃ綺麗。ファンタジーの綺麗さですね。ここ、登れるの。行けそうですね。いけないのか。よいしょ。苦労したけどいけたよ。めまいの間隔が短い。いや、いさ。よいしょ。 ムードのある夏のような感じ。オーロラってどの季節に見えるんだっけ？冬じゃないかな。しかもこの規模となると、おい、
The tiny orbs of light from the depths of the mountain join me
ホ
once
タルとオ
more,
ーロラを一緒に出す
flickering a
な。
path towards the summit, to the Alpha
とにかく
and
綺
the
麗だけど、
Omega of all things. For what exists now fell from the sky as rain, and there I shall return by the flickering flame of the night's messengers. I am no longer
これ
alone.
はホタルではない。
I have reached the end of our journey here together.
生命の輝き。
Wait. What is this at the top of the mountain? This familiar form that has been forever etched into my mind. The roaring winds and the rising torches make evident it is she, the one whom I have been seeking. The only reason I have left to continue onward. Has she been waiting here for me? No. No, that is not the case. She has always been with me.
隠れる。
There were 2 steps for every one taken on this journey. Renee, I have finally found you.
はい。
And here we are, at the beginning of all things, and at the end of this history's tomorrows. Love always was, and always will be the guiding light that brings you home, no matter the distance, whether it be across the world, throughout time, or transcending existence. Love will find a way. You will never be alone, my dearest Renee. I wish I could leave you with more solace than this,
こっちみんな。
but know that what we have will never truly end. No matter how dark the world may seem, no matter the paths your life takes you, even if you find another, know that this will be all right. I want you to be happy forever. You have given me more than I could ever ask for, my darling. A life filled with joyous perfection. Know this for now and for always. I will always love you.
うちはどこにいた？ 綺麗な最初の森。
These woods are an example of what can be accomplished without man's interference. This forest, away from any town or communal society, is as untouched by man as any mass of green can be. Within these trees, among these streams, life is, and that is good enough.
お疲れ様やで。まあ、ウォーキングシミュレーターってこういうゲームだよね。お値段自体はかなり安いので、気になる方は買ってみてね。ではごきげんよう。